All right, family. Welcome back to TD Fans Talk. This is, we're headed towards the end of the series. This is part 4 of the series. If you haven't checked out the mid-season series yet, go start at part 1 on Monday. That's going to be on defense. On Tuesday, we cover offense. Yesterday, Wednesday, we covered the coaches and front office. And I know I was kind of brief on it, but it's still so much to be seen. We know where our flaws come in that area. But today, guys, we are strictly going to talk about the future. We are going to talk about the future in part 4. What's ahead of the Miami Dolphins? What could we look forward to in the future? So first, we're going to discuss the near future. Then we're going to discuss the long term, okay? So this should be a good video because this is what we need as a fan base. We need to understand what we're doing as an organization as a whole, not just always in the moment. When we're always in the moment, we make a lot of mistakes that can cost us in the future. So we need to discuss those things, guys. But once again, if you haven't seen the first 3 parts of the series, please go back and check them out. Start with the first one with defense, and then offense, and then the coaches and front office, guys. But without further ado, let's dive into the near future of the Miami Dolphins. As of right now, we are 4-4. That is no secret. Everybody should know that. Nothing to be very proud of. Nothing to be just the saddest in this world about. The reality is, let me see if I can give you the best expression of where we are right now. No, it is what it is. That's all I can give you. That's where our team is right now. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it, we are behind on the 8 ball as far as playoff contention. From my understanding, we would be ranked 8th in the AFC right now, but there's also good news to that, the simple fact that we are not out of the race. We are literally, if we were to bomb the next 2 games, we still would be in the race, but that would not be a good sight for us to lose the next 2 games, guys. So just to still be in contention is amazing. Teams like the Giants, season is over. Teams that are at this point 2-6, their season is over. It's just, unless they win 10 in a row, and then it's still a hope at that point. So the Miami Dolphins are on the plus side of that, and we're not 3-4, and those teams right now, they're fighting to still stay alive, okay? Sorry, guys. Phone calls. One moment. Let me take this. All right, guys. Just sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. But we know where we are record-wise. We're still in the race, guys. So that's the important thing. But what I will say is the future is very important as far as our schedule, what we need to do. Let's go ahead and talk about that for one moment as far as our schedule. Let me go ahead and pull this back up. Now, we already know that the very next game is against the New York Jets, guys. Let me tell you, let me tell you, the Dolphins, it would be nice for us to go 6-2 in these last 8 games, okay? Can we do it? Believe it or not, guys, yes, we can. Will we do it? I can't sit here and this is where TD gets real with you. I can't sit here and say, yes, we will. Of course, my positivity, yes, we will, okay? But let's talk about it, guys, because we're going to be looking at things like injuries and stuff and how we react to those, okay? So we have 8 games left, and we play the New York Jets, okay? That is an obvious must-win. We have to beat the New York Jets and create our own dominance in the AFC East, okay? As the Patriots been doing for so many years, okay? Then we go on the road to Green Bay. Ain't nobody and they mama, okay, gonna have us favored to win that game. It's just not gonna happen. Nobody and they mama, okay? I even go out on a limb to say majority of Dolphin fans is gonna mark that as a loss, okay? All right, but personally, I think if Tannehill comes back and we get some of our receivers back, I think we can put up a good fight and actually shock the world. But right now, I'm gonna go on the side of what most people would say, because I want to give y'all a realistic reality, okay? I'm gonna say that we are not gonna win that game, right? That puts us 1-1, all right? Then we go on to the Colts, and I know we can beat the Colts. The only tough thing is it's on the road. Another inconsistent team that's up and down. Don't know what their season's gonna be this year. They're 3-5, worse than the Dolphins. But will the Dolphins play up to their potential and get it done? That also will hinge on who's coming back, how our injuries are impacting us at the time. Okay, now from the Colts. Now remember, the Colts. The reason why I feel like we could also beat the Colts is because we have a bye. We have a 2-week period to prepare for them, just like the Lions had on us, which sucked. Y'all, I got to be honest with y'all. It kind of sucked. The Lions had their bye on us, and then they come back, and from my understanding, the Texans might even had their bye on us while we were on a short week. So that's just a little tough stretch in the schedule, okay? Now, after the Colts game, which I think will be 2-1 in this last 8 at that point, this is where the rubber meets the road, where we know who we are, okay? If we can go 2-1 in those 3, then the 4th game is where we're going to know who we are when we play the Buffalo Bills. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo Bills started this season trash, okay? I love to say the Buffalo Bills are a trash team. They suck. They 2-6, but they do play hard, and they do play teams in the AFC East well, and we know that. Look what happened with the Patriots. Dumb mistakes by Buffalo hurt them themselves. They had a chance to win the game. You know, they kind of screwed themselves. Not saying they would have won, but this is where the rubber meets the road. Are the Dolphins going to go 3-1? If we can go 3-1 at that point against Buffalo, I promise you guys, I promise you, we are good. We are good. At that point, we would be 7-5. We would probably be the wild card at that point. 7-5 at that point, we would probably be the wild card, because then the mother of all games come where the New England Patriots comes to Miami. They come to Miami. I know everybody, once again, and their mama gonna mark that as a loss for the Miami Dolphins, but we already know the Miami Dolphins play the Patriots very well. I know it wasn't that way last time. We just terrible in Gillette Stadium. But the Patriots also know when they come to Miami, we actually have a little momentum. We actually can get a W. They know that we can beat them. They know it. We play them tough every year. Almost every other year, we kind of split a game with them. And that ain't saying much, but at the end of the day, they know they're not going to take that game lightly, and the Miami Dolphins aren't either, coming off of 3-1. And remember how the season started, 3-0, and the Patriots put it to us. So at the end of the day, that's going to be a huge game. But let's just say, okay? Let's just say, hypothetically, we lose that game. Let me just hypothetically say we lose that game, okay? We're 3-2 in the last 8. People, I know everybody's going to start panicking again. But the biggest game on the schedule, and you heard it here first, the biggest game, forget the Patriots game, win or lose, the biggest game for us in this last stretch is not Green Bay, it's not the Patriots, it's not the Buffalo games, it is against the Minnesota Vikings. That is the biggest game for us. Minnesota, I think right now is like 4-3-1, they tied a game, so they're kind of right there on par with us. But they got some weapons. That A. Thielen, man, I would love for him to be a Miami Dolphin. That A. Thielen, man, he is balling. He makes it tough for corners. And they're not playing exceptional ball, but at the end of the day, that will be a big game, because that's going to be a tough game for the Miami Dolphins. Let me see if we're on the road or not. And it's in Minnesota. That's going to be the game, y'all. That's going to be the game that, personally, for me, will tell the rest of our season. But I think the Miami Dolphins, we go strong. So what y'all don't forget now, a lot of these players on IR will be off by then. A lot of these players that are on IR will be back by then. There should be no reason Tannehill is still out unless it's a new injury. And if he's still out from this same one, I'll be the first to tell you. You know, TD is a Tannehill fan. I'll be the first to tell you that's it for Tannehill. That's it. Tannehill not back by then. That's it for Tannehill. I hate to say it. That would be it. It would be a wasted. It would be a blown season. So that is going to be the mother of all games, and I think the Dolphins come out with that victory, y'all. I think we come out with that victory, and at that point, the beautiful thing is we would be 4-2 in the last 8 with 2 games left. Y'all already know, look at what's happening to Jacksonville. I hate for them to start getting their stuff together at the end of the season. They're 3-5. but at the end of the day, they just have not looked good offensively, which I like that. You know, if our defense can have any advantage, that is an advantage for the whole team for the Miami Dolphins. That's a fact. And I think we beat the Jags, and then we end the season playing Buffalo. Let me see. In that game with Buffalo is at Buffalo. So we do have some weather conditions to go down in weather, and that game will probably determine if we're going to be, honestly, man, that game might determine the playoffs. It might be the week before, but that game might determine it. So, and I hate going down to the wire. Excuse me, I hate going down to the wire, letting the last game determine or something like that, but this is the reality. This is what I see. And I was one who said that we would go 12-4, but I sure as hell did not see the injuries that we've had come our way, y'all. So at this point, the way the schedule is looking, it is very doable for the Miami Dolphins to go 10-6. Will we, though? You know, will Adam Gase execute and be consistent? Will he have a good balanced game and don't abandon the run? You know, will we get some of these players back healthy? I love the fact that some of the players that's on IR, they're going to be coming back around those later games. And I like that, around the end of the season, trying to finish strong. And will we have our quarterback Ryan Tannehill back? Kenny Stills should be back this week or next week. Albert Wilson on IR. They say he may be back in December or something. Will Albert Wilson be back? You know, it's a lot of impact players that may be able to make it back. Mike Hall, I've been getting chatter about him. I think he might actually be back. These are the things that may help us. We picked up some defensive linemen. I know we have Ziggy Hood and then one more we picked up, but I'll have to go check him out, to be honest. Let me see. Sylvester Williams, that's who it was, okay? He's another former first-round pick who spent the start of his years in Detroit before being released earlier this month, okay? In an attempt to fix their run D, that's what we're doing. In an attempt to fix our run D, they also activated linebacker, like I thought, Mike Hall off IR and signed defensive end Ziggy Hood. So, guys, we just added a linebacker and we have 2 defensive tackles. I like the Sylvester Williams. I see the Rodney Hood was just a replacement for Vincent Taylor to me. He's not a Vincent Taylor because that hurts to have Vincent Taylor out. But he's just a replacement. But to sign Sylvester Williams gives some depth and competition at the position. Who's going to win that spot? Who's going to do their job? Who's going to earn all the playing time? So I like that. And Mike Hall being back at linebacker is going to be huge for us as well. Okay? A little bit more experience coming in there. That's what we need, guys. Especially the stuff to run. So forget those guys. Some of the other guys are going to be coming back off of IR. So I like that. Not to mention, guys, as far as the near future, we have to listen, man. Adam Gase, I'm gonna tell y'all now, the rest of the season is on Adam Gase. It's not on the players. We know what we got. We know what the personnel is. It's on Adam Gase. Him and Burt, they have to call, and I know this has to do with coaching, but they got to call great games and put our entire team in great positions. That's just a reality in the near future for us to be successful and make the playoffs. I'm telling y'all, if we make the playoffs, man, I don't care, man. I'm right back. I'm right back on. This is gonna be something special. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. We're not going out in no wild card. I'm telling you, we're gonna shock some people because we should have enough weapons back by then. No questions asked. That's the goal. We need to get to the playoffs, guys. Now, moving a little further, okay? That's a little bit of what's happening in the near future as far as injuries and all those type of things in the schedule. So we shall see. Hopefully Devontae Parker can stay consistent and be a weapon for us as well. But let me tell you guys, outside of the near future, we need to talk about the future in general, okay? Listen, TD is going to tell you right off the bat, I do not believe in a rebuild. I do not believe in a rebuild. Let me tell y'all why, okay? Y'all have to understand what a rebuild is for the Miami Dolphins right now. Watch this. And I'm going to write it down as we go. Rebuild means QB gone. All right? Kenny Stills is gone, because why would you keep somebody with that kind of money and that kind of skill instead of getting a draft pick for the future? Why have him have wasted years? Now remember this. A rebuild means that we won't be competitive for a minimum of 3 to 4 years. And that's a good rebuild. And this is what I mean by all-out rebuild. Let me put 3 to 4 years, because I want to paint a picture for y'all, okay? QB gone. Kenny Stills gone. Because you don't keep big names and big money. You start saving up. You start paying your young players for the future. That's a fact. You don't keep a Kenny Stills, okay? You're probably you're gonna keep the players like Amendola and Wilson for them 2-year deals, but think about it, it's still in that 3 to 4 year time frame. By the time that's done, they're gone. Amendola gone. Albert Wilson gone. I'm telling y'all, this is what a rebuild looks like, okay? They're gone after 2 years, because remember, we're talking about future as far as if we do a full rebuild, what we're gonna look like 4 years from now. 3 years. I'm gonna be aggressive, right? And I'm gonna say 3 years, okay? Those guys are gone. Let's just go out on a limb and say that the only player on the Miami Dolphins that's here in 4 years on the offense, if we do a rebuild, facts, okay, is possibly Laramie Tunsil and Mike Gesicki. Only 2. Gore ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna put King and Drake in there. And let me tell y'all, cause I know y'all thinking in your mind right now, well, no, why wouldn't we keep a Jakeem Grant? Because Jakeem Grant ain't the number 1. Jakeem Grant's not a number 2. Jakeem Grant is a really good number 3. So the Dolphins will have to have a decision to make, as in, do we pay a really good number 3, top number 2 or bottom number 1 money? Because some fool in the NFL is gonna go out and give a Jakeem Grant, sign him on a deal for $10 million a year. The speed, the hands, the athletic special teams, punt. Some fool in the NFL is gonna go ahead and give him 10. Not saying Jakeem Grant ain't great. Don't get the wrong idea, y'all. But somebody is. So is the Dolphins gonna go ahead and do that? Are we gonna put $10 million behind the kid? Think about it. You can get an Albert Wilson for 8, 7 or 8. You gonna put 10 behind Grant, who can't get off the line in bump and run coverage? Facts. Facts. Cannot get off the line clean in man-to-man bump and run. I watched the film. Just can't. Are we gonna give him 11? Because somebody is. Look how we lost Charles Clay a few years ago. We wouldn't, given his status, he wasn't worth what Buffalo gave him. But, man, we could have used him. But do we put that money on him? You see what I'm saying? He's gone. Free agency. He feels like a big man in the NFL because teams are looking at him. He came in young, trying to make a roster, trying to show who he is. Reminds me of an Eric Weems in Atlanta. Played over 10 years in the league. Was never a number 1, was never a number 2, but was a very, very reliable number 3 in the slot. Played so many years in Atlanta and then got traded and then went here, and they make it in this NFL because they're good enough. They're not good enough to be a 3, 4 year, 5 year guy. They're good enough to his talent, his speed can keep him in the NFL for 10 years, but not on the same team. Because every time he has a free agency, there's gonna be at least 6 or 7 teams that's like, hey, they come in, let's talk to you. Yeah, we're not vetting you as a number 1, but you know what? We see what you have. You might make our number 2. And he's like, oh yeah, I might make you number 2. And they got all them weapons, so maybe I don't need to be over there. I get to shine. Plus you offering me more money. Y'all already know. And if some of y'all out here talk about, no, you got to give Grant that kind of money. Think about it. You give Grant $10 million, we still in a rebuild mode for the next 3 years. That's a penny to pay, man. No, we can't. He can't even get off of the line and bump and run. You can't. Devontae Parker ain't gonna be here in 3 or 4 years. He might be here this year. Next year, we don't know if he gonna be here. And knowing the Dolphins, they might actually re-up for less money. But if he keep balling the way he is now, we gonna have the same situation. People gonna be like, Miami wasn't treating you right. We know how to use you. We can throw you the ball. We gonna put you behind this quarterback. Let's go. Knowing him, he might even take a little less. But somebody is gonna offer him more than we are. Only people that might be on this team 3 years from now is Laramie Tunsil on the offense. If we do a complete rebuild, Laramie Tunsil, Mike Gesicki, and Kenyon Drake. Facts. Facts. Kalen Ballage, practice squad. Somebody gonna appreciate him when it's contract time. Facts, man. This is the reality. 3 players in 3 years gonna be on this offense. So possibly you're going to be in the starting lineup. You're going to be missing 8 players. Let me put 8 on here and circle it. 8 on the offense. Now watch how this add up, y'all. Watch this, okay? Now, and if you're in rebuild, in free agency, you ain't bringing in no big names. Not the first year. Because why would you bring in, let's just say you bring in the best defensive tackle in the NFL and sign him to a 5-year deal, right? You already know the next 3 years, you ain't even going after the Super Bowl to really feel his impact and appreciate him. So hopefully you can enjoy him in the last 2 of the 5-year deal where you offering him all this money. If he don't get injured in 3 years, and we talk about the Miami Dolphins, injuries. If that 5th year ain't optional, a player option. If he's so tired of losing in the 3 years that he not starting trouble, trade me. If he continues to be good. If he even stay good. Sometimes teams take the best player out there. Oh, they made a big splash, and yeah, you know, he's been non-existent for the Miami Dolphins. You know, same old thing. Facts, y'all. Facts. So we'll be short 8 on offense. Let's go to defense, though. Defense. Who's gonna be here? Watch this. Minkah Fitzpatrick. I'm talking about 3 years from now. Minkah Fitzpatrick will probably be here. I mean, he got a rookie deal, so yeah. Right? Jerome Baker ain't going to be here, I don't think, if he keeps on playing the way he's playing. Well, but we got to get better. Or we going to long-term go with the same? Kiko Alonso 3 years from now ain't going to be the same player, y'all. He gonna finally have the treads. Them tires gonna start wearing. I already said Jerome Baker. And Raekwon McMillan, young, but come on. Is he gonna be here? Rashad Jones ain't gonna be here. He gonna be, hey, Father Time 3 years from now. Even if he's still balling, ain't it? You don't know if he's going to be here. Because if he's still balling at his age, at that point, Miami ain't going to offer him big money at that age. So somebody will. Somebody who won a 1 year, we going for the Super Bowl this year. And he gone. TJ McDonald ain't going to be here. Come on, y'all. Y'all already know that. Bobby McCain, soon as free agency come. Come on. If he plays well like he should, now we paid Bobby money. So he gonna be at the end of his contract, and it's gonna be like, Bobby McCain, do we keep him? Do we not? Do we continue to pay and make him the highest paid nickel in the league? We don't know, but that's 3 years from now. A lot gonna happen in 3 years. I can't even say Bobby McCain gonna be here. Xavier Howard, will it be here 3 years from now? I want y'all to really think about this. If these players are even still good, 3 years, and we will be hoping that 3 years from now they ain't got no injury problems, this and that, and this. So far, I only got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Wake ain't gonna be here. 3 years from now is his retirement date. I say 2, but you know what I mean. Robert Quinn, are we even gonna want him still at that point? I don't know. You already see what we going through at the defensive tackle. Literally. 3 years from now, it is crazy for TD to sit here and say, we might only have one person returning on the defense. And I know some of y'all may say, yeah, but this person, they under contract for another. Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. Look at how they playing right now. Are we going to keep that contract? Are we going to? Guys, it is crazy for me to really sit here and say 3 years from now, we only going to have one player that we know should be returning, which is Minkah Fitzpatrick. Of course, in the comment section, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. That we know. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I just went through the whole defense. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Please do. But McCain's still going to be under contract. Are we going to honor that last year? Is he still going to be the same player? And even if he is, he only got that 3rd year, that 3 years from now, that 1 year left. Is he still going to be on the roster after that? Maybe. I don't know. But we know for sure only Minkah Fitzpatrick. We might need 10 players on defense by 3 years from now. So in 3 years, we got a total with offense at 8 and defense at 10. We are going to need a total of 18 players. 18. That's what you call a certified rebuild. Certified rebuild. That's what you call, you know you're not going to be great year 1. And matter of fact, again, let me back up. If we're in rebuild mode, so guys, don't forget, if we're in rebuild mode, I know I just said a lot of these players probably won't be here in about 3 years from contractual reasons, but if we're in rebuild, we're going to go get a draft pick for Rashad Jones. We know he's not going to be here. Why keep him around for the last 3 years and not mean anything instead of getting value from a contending team? You know, players like that. Kiko Alonso, shipping them off. If we're in a full rebuild, some of these guys like, oh, well, he's good, TD. Yeah, but we're going to get assets. We're not going to let their good years waste when we're not going to win. We're not going to win. We're going to go stack up on draft picks. Stock it up. So guys, a total rebuild could literally means that we're looking for 18 new players within a 3-year time span, whether that comes in free agency or the draft. Whether it comes in free agency or the draft, guys. And the reality is you got 7 picks every year. That's 21 picks, y'all. I can tell you now, 50% of them don't work out. We know that. Practice squad, all that stuff. We already know. Look at last year. Gesicki, Fitzpatrick, and what was it? Jason Sanders. That's all that's working out. 50% of them work out, guys. 50%. And I think we drafted like 7 or 8 people. Yeah, I know the linebackers playing too, but like I said, only about 50% of them work out. So, technically to me, from a workout standpoint, and when I say workout, I'm talking about even making a roster as far as being on the 53-man roster, okay? That's going to leave us with maybe 11 in 3 years, 11 players. And come on, let's be realistic, man. In 3 years from the draft, 3 years of draft, we did good this year. To get those 3 that Jason Sanders look like he's going to be long-term, I need to add that on special teams. He'll be long-term, okay? Jason Sanders, Minkah Fitzpatrick, we know that was a win. And Mike Gesicki, we still don't know, but hopefully so. But the reality is in 3 years, we're going to have 9 that work out, and we had a good draft. We may not even have a good one every year, but I'm going to be optimistic and say 9 of them work out. But are all 9 of them even going to be working out to the point of good? Because Jason Sanders working out is because he's a kicker. If it was any other position, we don't know because competition. Guys, the reality is I'm sitting here being generous to say 9 of those 21 draft picks going to work out. Let's be honest. If we were to sit here and be honest, it's 5 to 7. 5 to 7 of them don't work out to where they're going to make it to become starters. Now, don't get me wrong. More of them are going to be starting because we're in rebuild. But we already going to know, oh, man, this kid shouldn't be starting. But we in rebuild, so he got to start. We talking about what we building for the 3 years from now. To have that good, 4 years technically, to have that good team, 5 of them going to be something. So out of the 18 holes, 5 of them going to be something. We down to 13 holes needing to be filled, and that has to come in free agency. That's an average of 4.33 great free agents every year. 4.33, y'all. We need 4 great free agents every year. Technically 5, but I'm going to say 4. I'm going to round down. Have we ever gotten 4 great free agents? Yes, we have. Okay? But we also don't know if they're going to work out. We don't know. Look what happened. We got Josh Sitton last year. Great pickup. That would have been one of the 4 if it was today's football. But got injured. Kilgore, great pickup. Got injured. Albert Wilson, great pickup. Got injured. Y'all see where I'm going with this? That makes me feel like we can do all this over again, go pick up great free agents, and be right back in the same position. Right back in the same position. Because what if they get injured? Are we not right back in the same position? And I haven't even talked about the simple fact that out of those 18, one of them had to be the quarterback, and we know that's going to probably be a first-round pick. And it ain't going to, and that's what's even crazier. Do you go get, see, don't think TD's just knocking this whole rebuild. I'm walking us down the road of if we do this, these are the things we got to think about, okay? We got to go get a quarterback. And we're going to have to use the #1 pick on him? What if that's next year? We going to get a quarterback with the #1 pick, and y'all know we going to draft somewhere around 16 or 17 if we bum out the rest of the season. And what if we make it to the playoffs? 18, 19? Don't let us win the first round. And then we get killed in the second round. Then we draft in 22nd, 23rd. What are we talking about? Y'all want to get a quarterback at 23? Don't get me wrong, a 7th round quarterback can be the next Brady, right? But when we play in the odds, it's already hard enough to get the #1 pick, #1 overall, and for them to be great. It's already hard enough for that to play out. It's already hard for that. Look at Baker Mayfield. It's already hard enough. Give me any rookie from last year that went in the draft. It's already hard enough. But now you're going down to number 20-something? Well, maybe we skip the quarterback this year and we go next year since we're going to suck in a rebuild. You're right. But who's going to be our quarterback this year? Well, since we're in rebuild, we might as well just keep Osweiler. You're right. But you also realizing that in the next 3 years on a total rebuild, we're done. For 3 years, at a minimum, fans are sitting there, yeah, this is my Dolphins. Oh, we won the first 2 games. Oh, but then we went 2-12. Maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you for the complete rebuild, put it in the comment section. Option 1, total rebuild. And then you got to ask yourself on that total rebuild, is it going to be with new coaches or the same ones? You see how much we got to sit here and think about? We can do a rebuild, and that might be the best option, but then if we don't get rid of the coach, it don't matter. Because it's more the same. Or if we get rid of the coach, we made a mistake, and now we got a new coach that we don't know nothing about, if they going to work out or not. So many unknowns. I can keep going down this road of total rebuild, y'all. But I can tell you now, it's not pretty. You know why? Here's why it's not pretty. It's not pretty because there's too many unknowns. Let me ask you this. How many times have the Jets rebuilt in the last 20 years? At a minimum, 5-6 times. How many times have Buffalo rebuilt in the last 20 years? Same thing. The Miami Dolphins. Have we not continued to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild? We just make it seem like we're not rebuilding because we go get big names in free agency. Which kills me why we go get a big name for 3 years in free agency while we're on a rebuild, right? I ain't talking about Tannehill era. Talk about before that. Tannehill era was the project to build up, but we had 5 different coaches. Y'all, come on. 5 different coaches, 3 different systems. Come on. I'm not one in favor of rebuild because I don't feel like we have to. I can keep going down the rebuild road and tell you all the reasons why, but hopefully y'all already see. Too many unknowns. Too many unknowns. We can go in the draft and hit all the marks and all the marks in free agency, and the quarterback suck though. And to all y'all Tannehill haters, I'll be kind to you by saying the quarterback is worse than Tannehill. And for y'all, oh man, that would be terrible, right? Or he's the same as Tannehill. And for y'all, yeah, no, that ain't good enough. So many things are going to hinge if you go on a total rebuild. They're going to be on hope. Hope the quarterback good. Say the quarterback good, but we still can't find good offensive linemen. When we drafted some in the first round, that don't mean they worked out. When we got free agents, look what happened this year. Don't make the excuse for one thing and don't make it for the other. You bring in a new quarterback, go get some great offensive linemen in free agency, then they get hurt. Don't make it was a problem when we had Tannehill, but hey, you know, it is what it is. When we do it again, insanity. Let me give you option 2, other than rebuild, y'all. And I'm telling y'all ain't got to agree with me, but this is the best option for this team. Okay? And it puts us in win now mode. It puts us in win now mode, okay? First and foremost, Greer and Tannenbaum this offseason have to get to work like no other because they have a prime opportunity that I would be pissed if they blow it. I don't care how old these players are. I would be pissed if they blow it because I want y'all to think about this, okay? We keep the team intact that we have right now. Ryan Tannehill is due over $24 million next year. You are crazy if you don't think you can call Ryan Tannehill in the office and say, we want to renegotiate your deal 4 years, 15 mil per, 60 million. Somebody said the other day, because I said this the other day, somebody said, oh, you lost me when you said re-sign Tannehill. Then what option do you have? Are we going rebuild? Oh, well, some of y'all, let me back up. Before we go into the my theory, you got that other option. No, don't rebuild. Just get rid of Tannehill and go get a quarterback. Once again, going off of hope. What quarterback in this year's draft that just passed, say this was the year, last year where Minka went in our first round, say that was the draft, which quarterback were you going to take that was going to change it for this team? I'll wait. And I know somebody in the comment section finna throw out a name, but come on. Y'all be honest. Y'all be honest. Sam Darnold? Y'all think he ready to lead us to a Super Bowl? Baker Mayfield, is he ready to lead it? Come on, y'all. Look what's happening in the draft. Tell me who name the last 5 slam dunk first round quarterbacks in the last 5 years. You should at least have 1 a year, but I want y'all to try to name 5. Put 5 of them on your hand in the last 5 years that definitely can lead their team to a Super Bowl right now. Right now. You'd be lying. You'd be lying. You'd be lying. I don't even think it is. How many quarterbacks from the last 5 years starting right now that's making a difference? I mean, you got some, but are they Super Bowl quarterbacks? Some ain't no better than Tannehill. Think about it. You hoping. And then you're going to have to pay big money. I don't want to go in no draft in no first round, drafting number 22, trying to find a quarterback. And then moving up, giving up the 22nd pick and another first round pick just to be the 10th pick. Yeah, 11 spots going to cost you 2 firsts. Y'all don't know football to be like, no, you can give a first rounder and a second rounder to get up to 10. No, from 22 to 10, no, give me 2 first rounders. Facts. And the team that we giving them to is the ones winning because they know we gonna suck. They know we gonna suck after that. Young quarterback, growing pains. Come on, y'all. And if you look at the way our team built from a salary standpoint, if you're talking about keeping the same team you got now and going to get a quarterback, it's impossible. You go get your quarterback on that rookie year deal and go save from a cap standpoint, you know, dead money and all that. You probably gonna save, you're gonna free up about 17 mil from Tannehill. But you got to put that money in other areas because you ain't got much cap space next year. You don't. You got a lot of 2-year deals. Yeah, but TD, some of them are optional second year. Okay, now we got to replace them though. Albert Wilson and Danny Amendola, we don't play them next year. We get rid of them. We got to replace them. Well, you know, we got, you know, no, you got to replace those guys. You probably going to offer somebody else some more money because you're looking for receivers. They the value, the bargain, 7 mil. That's good. Straight. Albert Wilson's talent, 7 mil, 8. Oh, yeah. They going to keep him again. You're going to say 17 mil from Tannehill. You got to pay the new draft pick. Not only that, you got to fill a left guard, a center, unless you want those boys to come back and start. But where's the depth? We ain't got the money to be doing that type of stuff. Taking a chance on a new quarterback. Yeah, but we'll save the money from Tannehill. Yeah, but that money with all the other holes we got, bring Tannehill. And then the whole point that I'm trying to make is, if your first round pick don't work out, and the odds are they won't. Not saying they won't, they might. But the odds are they won't. Go look at the history of the NFL. The odds are they won't work out. Fact. Forget Tannehill. This is not me being a Tannehill fan right now. I'm just talking straight money, straight future, straight reality. What is the best move for the Miami Dolphins? That would be re-signing Tannehill on a restructured deal. We'll give you $60 million, kid, for 4 years. You win. You save money and everything. But you know what you got. And it's good enough if you fill the other holes and make them legit. Ain't none of y'all, I don't care if you hate Tannehill. I don't care if you hate the team. Nobody in their right mind if we were still healthy would think that we'd be 4-4 with Tannehill leading the way. Nobody in their right freaking mind would think so. I don't even care if you said that, well, you would be 5-3. At least you be 5-3. Total different situation. You know how different 5-3 is from 4-2? I mean 4-4? Y'all know we would at a bare minimum be 5-3. I'm giving worst case scenario. Cause I ain't got time for people to be like, oh, you just loving on Tannehill. Forget Tannehill. I'm just talking facts right now. Everybody that's watching this right now, you know good and well in your mind, if Tannehill was healthy and we didn't deal with these injuries, at a bare minimum, we would be 5-3, and some of y'all already know it would probably be 6-2. It would probably be 6-2. That's more realistic without these injuries. And some of y'all, just like me, but I'm going to stay away from it for me. But some people out there, me included, but take me out of this. Because I don't want y'all thinking I'm being a homer or just a fan right now. Some of y'all probably know that we might be 7-1. Losing to the Bengals. Losing to the Lions. Running all up our throat. Man, Vincent Taylor and them boys, they wouldn't allow that to happen. Vincent Taylor was there, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Our defensive tackles that we lost, you know they wasn't letting that happen. They was stopping the run all season, man. Before they got injured. Looking dominant, too. Hayes, come on, man. Y'all already know. Some of y'all out there truly do believe in your heart we will be 7-1. But I'm just trying to not make people be like, oh, he's just talking now. But you know we were at a bare minimum 5-3. And some of y'all deep down in your soul, if we were healthy, no, we would have been 6-2 right now, man. Come on. Come on. And if we were 6-2 right now, would we be hearing all this crap from y'all? Would y'all be talking bad about Tannehill still? Yeah, you would, but not as bad as you are now. Guy plays one bad game versus the Patriots. And don't play another game. One bad game on the season. Out of 4 now. Let's make sure we put that in the context. One bad game out of 4. You mean tell me in the NFL you don't give a quarterback 1 out of 4? Go look at the rest of these quarterbacks. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Go look at the elite ones. What did Brady do against Buffalo? What did Brady do against Buffalo? When the last time Brady didn't score a touchdown in a game? Buffalo, he scored 1 touchdown. Didn't throw for 1 touchdown. What did he do for Buffalo during Buffalo? Now, if Buffalo had an explosive offense, playing that same defense, Buffalo would have beat the Patriots as bad as the Patriots beat us. But y'all give Brady that pass, what you need. Like I said before, he don't won Super Bowls. What has he done for me in that game? You need to start treating your quarterback the same way. 1 game out of 4. Oh, we need a new quarterback. Oh my gosh. So you mean to tell me if for some strange reason we brought Brady into Miami right now, he won the 3 games versus with the Dolphins, the first 3 games the same way Tannehill won them, and then he lost to the 4th team the same way Tannehill lost. Y'all know you're being unfair because you wouldn't say a word. Man, Brady didn't have a great game, but it's Brady. We know we good. Oh, we good. You can't even have that kind of faith for your own quarterback. What kind of fan are you? What kind of fan are you? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm calling you out. But I just got to ask, what kind of fan are you? What kind of fan? Because you know deep down inside, if Brady was on our roster and he played the exact same way Tannehill did for the first 3 games, you would be applauding him just like we were applauding Tannehill because he looked great. Then in that 4th game, if he looked exactly the same as Tannehill, the exact same as Tannehill, did not look good. Threw off somebody's foot, fumble. You know what you would be saying? Well, I mean, you can't really fault Brady. It was a dumb play. He threw it to the foot. He tried to get rid of it, which was smart. Y'all would be making the excuses for Brady. He tried to throw it to his foot. Who knew that it was going to be like a bounce off of a foot into a defender's hand? That was just lucky. Oh, now it's luck. For Tannehill, it's suck. But for Brady, it's luck. And don't you sit here and lie on TD Fans Talk. Don't you sit here and lie to yourself talking about, no, I would give it to Brady too. No, you wouldn't. Because it ain't that serious. One game where your defense ain't show up either. Well, Brady, y'all would have been making excuses for Brady. Well, Brady can't play defense. You know, if our defense was tight, I'm sure he would have got his rhythm and found his way. He wouldn't have had to throw from behind and try to make stuff happen, which caused picks and caused errors. But you can't even give your own quarterback, I don't care if you don't like him, he is still your quarterback, the Miami Dolphins. And if you say, well, he ain't my quarterback, what kind of fan are you? What kind of, forget Tannehill. I keep telling y'all, forget Tannehill. This is principle. What kind of Miami Dolphin fan are you? It's sickening. It's ridiculous. And I already know some of y'all in y'all feelings because y'all feel this exact same way that I'm getting on right now. What I'm talking about, some of y'all feel this way, so you like, man, forget TD. No, I'm talking to y'all. This ain't no combative, oh, I'm giving it to you. I'm just saying, think about it. Don't get offended. Disagree if you want, but don't get offended. But use some common, just come on, man. It ain't right. It ain't fair. Look what you putting on your guy. Build a man up. The man 3-1 this year. Looking great. In one game, did y'all see Brady against Buffalo? Boy, I tell you, Brady threw that pick at the end and the fool fumbled it back in or whatever. Boy, let that have been Tannehill. Even if we would have won the game just like they did, let that have been Tannehill. Oh my gosh. Man, thankfully the defense got a pick six, man. We need to get rid of Tannehill. We were driving and he almost threw the game away. Do you hear any Patriots fan talking like that about Brady right now? And what's crazy is y'all not even talking about him like that and you the enemy. He's our enemy and we ain't talking about it like that. It ain't right. I don't care what somebody done did in the past and he done earned that kind of respect and this and that. That ain't what the NFL is about, what you done earned. It's about what you doing right now. Because what you earned ain't got nothing to do with the future. Nothing to do with it. When TD, we done saw Tannehill make so many mistakes in the past. Attributables, why? Never had an O-line. Gay said it himself 2 days ago. We put Tannehill in all kind of positions that any quarterback should never have to be in. Then he's forced to try to make something happen, which causes more turnovers. In Adam Gase's mouth, you can't blame him. We put ourselves in down situations where he didn't have nothing to do with. He didn't get us down. A lot of times he's fighting back and forth and keeping us in the game. In a dum-dum here or a dum-dum there or a defensive breakdown, 2 in a row. Next thing you know. See, what y'all fail to realize is we may stop their defense and they may stop our offense. But what y'all also fail to realize is sometimes we may give up a play on defense, be down 7, and just hypothetically, you got a Jakeem Grant running the ball, fumble, 6. We down 14. Then the coach is putting Tannehill in an unbelievable position in the 4th quarter. Now he just back there. Everybody know he's throwing the ball, and he's trying to make something happen in max coverage. We get a pick, we want to blame him. Come on, y'all. Of course, every quarterback makes some dumb mistakes. Tannehill ain't exempt. He's done it before. But we have a solid quarterback. That's all you need. The way this team is constructed with the salary cap and all of the money, we better keep Tannehill. Like I said before, forget Tannehill. I'm not talking about this from a fan perspective. I'm not trying to be going in no drafting at number 22 for something that odds say we ain't gonna work out anyway. And y'all gonna be all behind him, studying him. Oh yeah, I mean, look at the good flashes. Oh, I mean, I know he had 2 picks, but you know, he still threw for 300 yards, but them 2 picks cost us the game. It wasn't good enough. Yeah, I mean, let me go ahead and tell y'all now. Here's what we need to do. They need to renegotiate Tannehill contract. Number 1, renegotiate it, save some money, and lock in a really good quarterback. He's better than a backup. A really good quarterback. Lock in a really good quarterback for the next 4 years. Then you take some of that money you saved and you go sit down and you talk to Kilgore and Sitton. Listen, y'all getting older. We want to offer you a 2-year deal. By half of what they're making now. You ain't even got to touch Tannehill money. The money you save from Tannehill. Now you just save money from Kilgore and Sitton, who are starter material, but we're locking down our bench. We're locking down our bench. Our second unit. Keep Gore for his last year. 1 more year after this in the NFL. Bring him 1 more time in. Kenyon Drake is enough. Keep Kenyon Drake. Same old. Now, receiver position. Tell y'all now, if Devontae Parker keep playing like this, I would keep Devontae Parker. The problem is Devontae Parker is gonna cost too much. Devontae Parker is one that I would let go instead of paying him that $11 million that he's about to be due for the next year or whatever. Instead of paying that, I would sit down with the kid and say, we want to offer you a 2-year deal. 2-year, $16 million. 2 years, $16 million. That's 8 per. And let him go out and test free agency. If somebody want to pull the trigger for 9 per or something like that, then we lose him. But there's a good chance we might be able to keep him on that. Plus, in a system he already knows. Plus, us wanting to re-sign him will probably wipe out all that animosity that's there right now. All their relationship is killed. Kenny Stills is going to be here. And I think if we do it right, Kenny Stills need to retire a Dolphin. Go from the Saints, end it in Miami, go on your Super Bowl run. Hopefully we get one for you. Amendola here for 1 more year. After that, Amendola's gone. But it buys us time. He's still old reliable. Albert Wilson, re-up that 2nd year. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Since he is young, forget the 2nd year. You take the money that you saved on Devontae Parker and you offer Albert Wilson a 3-year deal. Instead of 7 per, give him 8 per. $24 million. 3-year, $24 million. Scratch out that next year. Go ahead, he young enough. Smart. We ain't even in. We still sitting over here with the money we saved from Tannehill. We still sitting over here with the money we saved from Kilgore and Sitton. And all that combined in 1 year is about 16 mil. Saving a pretty penny on Tannehill, about what, 9 mil on Tannehill? About 3 on the other 2. That's about 15 mil savings. Devontae Parker, we'd be saving about 5 a year for 3 years. For what his contract was supposed to be. No, $3 million a year we'll be saving. We up to $18 million in savings with the same team so far. Because of how we have to take advantage of the turmoil we went through. Take advantage of Kilgore and Sitton's injury. They don't want to stay in Miami. They'll still be making decent money. They will want to stay. And tell them you got a chance to start. Depending on who we bring in, y'all can battle for the position. Even though we know we're going to bring in a stud. Jakeem Grant, keep that talent. Go ahead and extend if you can. You're still saving money, but keep him around the same money. Give him a little more. Give him a little more money. He's earned it. We had 18 mil in savings. Don't sprinkle 2 more his way in a year. Put us around 16 million in savings. That gives us our same receiving core that can get the job done when Tannehill is there. It keeps us with our reliable quarterback. It keeps us the way we start. Put it like this. It keeps our team intact the way we started this year. But guess what? We did all of that with 16 million sitting on the side in savings. Guess what we gonna do with that 16 mil? We gonna find the best either left guard or center we can. Best left guard or center we can. 16 mil? Y'all already know we can go find a left guard or center for about 10. A good one. Real free agency, a real good one. Give him the 10 million. Sign him, if he's young enough, sign him on a 4-year. 4-year, 45 million or something like that, 11 per. Good little signing bonus. Raw cash to him. And you still got cash in your pocket. You still got cash. You still got another 4 million. And we ain't even dig into the money that we might just have, period. We still got a little 4 million right there. Come on. In that 4 million, come on, you know we can do something with that. Now let's go ahead and put a little bit more money in and get a guard or another center, whatever one we didn't get. The offense can pay for itself. Adding 2 big players. Next year we can add 2 stud offensive linemen. Y'all hear me here. You can offer 2 stud offensive linemen in the offense you have right now, renegotiated deals based off of their performance and their injuries. They're going to take the deals. Sidney Kilgore are veterans. They're older. They're going to take the deals. They're going to save the money. Tannehill gonna take the deal. He's gonna take the deal. 15 million a year? Yeah, but he was making 24. Tannehill ain't that guy. And even if he was that guy, what, somebody else gonna offer him 17? First of all, I ain't gonna lie, it might be 2 or 3 teams in the NFL to say, hey, let's take a chance on this guy Tannehill. They might say, hey, let's give him a 2-year, 35 million. Put him at 17.5 a year. 2.5 more than the Dolphins is offering. Come on, he gonna stay in Miami. He know the system is his team. Come on, he gonna stay in Miami. You're getting a steal to get 15 million a year. And he's extending his career by 4 years. He's staying in Miami. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. The offense we have now, based off of their production and their injuries and performance, we can save ourselves money and pay for 2 stud offensive linemen without even re-ing up, having to spend more money or using a draft pick. Y'all see that? We haven't even gone in a draft. We haven't gone in a draft and we can pay for our own replacements. Think about it. And when we pay for a center and a guard, we can't forget we already still have 2 that are legit. Forget that age thing. They're still playing at a high level. That's why we only signed them to a 2-year deal. They're still playing at a high level. Now you go in the draft, because guess what? This year coming up, y'all, go look it up. Do you know what's coming out of the draft? It ain't a lot of great quarterbacks. It's not a lot of great receivers. And luckily, the Dolphins already got receivers. Guess what's heavy this year in the draft? Stats. Go look it up. Linebackers, some of the best linebackers you've ever seen are coming in this draft. And defensive linemen, heavy in the draft this year. This year, heavy in the draft. Let me say it again. It has been noted by everybody on TV and everything. This year's draft, defensive linemen, defensive ends and defensive tackles, and linebackers. The deepest you've ever seen them. And now we got an opportunity to have impact players right away with a first round and a second round pick. First round freaking pick. Defensive lineman. I don't care if it's a defensive end or a defensive interior, but a defensive lineman. First round pick. First round. Second round pick, linebacker. I would even get creative if I was Miami and go all out. I would literally package a few picks. Give me that. Give me a how about hey, who is it that's possibly could make the playoffs? Give me Redskins the way they doing this year. Hey, give me if they make the playoffs, they gonna be drafted around 24. Give me your 24th pick. I'll give you 2 second rounders. 2 second rounders. Go get some studs, man. And I haven't even broke down the defense on how we can save money on the defense. Those defensive tackles. Restructuring their deals. Y'all don't understand, coming off of an injury, teams will take a chance on you just like the Dolphins. Dolphins take chances on players like that, but you get bargains. So why not just stay with your same team for a bargain? All these injuries, take them defensive tackles that we giving some decent money. Cut them $2 million short. They gonna take the deal. Restructure it. What players are really looking for in the NFL, sometimes it ain't the $8 million right now. It's the $6 million for 3 years versus the $8 million for 1 year. They looking for the tenure. Oh, you gonna give me $18 million 3-year contract? All right, I'll sign, because at least it gives me 3 years in this league. 3 more guaranteed. Can we guarantee that? Maybe, or the last year option, but it at least extends it out. You know how many teams gonna be like, yeah, we want to give you a 1 year, $9 million? This is your chance to go ahead, depending on their age. If they under 30, give them 3 years at their defensive tackle. If they're over 30, cut them another 2-year deal. Come on, 2-year, $12 million. 2-year, $13 million if you have to. Because some teams going to be like, yeah, we'll give you a 1 year, $8 million. They'll take the 2-year, $13 million before the 1 year, $8 million. They just came off of an injury. Personally, they feel like, man, hopefully I even make the roster on this team next year. This year, on the first year. You see what I'm saying? We can bargain. Our injuries, we have to turn them into a benefit for us. And this is an opportunity to solidify the second string with starter capability. Y'all know when these guys went out, their replacements weren't starter capability. But now we got a chance to sign starter capability as backups. And then go attacking free agency in the draft. The big boys who we feel can come in day one and take that position on. That's how you build your team. Not starting over with all these hopefuls. We got a new quarterback. Didn't work out. That's 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years down the drain. Gotta do this. Didn't work out. Y'all, you see, please tell me y'all understand what I'm saying here. Y'all don't understand the prime opportunity we have right here to restructure. So, guys, we should go in off season with 7 restructured deals. 7. Kilgore, Sitton, Tannehill, Albert Wilson, his extended, Jakeem Grant. Less money per year, but extending. Jakeem Grant gets a little more, though. Albert Wilson may be a little more. But you're getting the deal now versus losing them in free agency because somebody going to pick him up. Let Albert Wilson go into free agency after this year. And you know him, he might be like, yeah, I'm going to test the market if he come back successful. No, you go ahead and do that right away. You don't let him play that next season. You already know what this kid got. You don't let him play next season and then try to start negotiating in the middle. He start balling out, he be like, no, I'm going to test free agency. We lost him. Y'all know the Dolphins going to lose him. But somebody going to give him that money. His explosiveness is going to be the team that we killed. It'll be somebody like the Bears. We ran all them bubble screens. They're going to remember Albert Wilson. Let's go ahead and cut one of these big other receivers we got. We paying too much money, and let's get Albert Wilson in here for about $9 million a year instead of this guy who wants 11. They gonna pay him big money when we can extend him on a 3-year right now for about an 8 per. He'll take it. He'll take it this offseason. Coming off of an injury, don't let him get in his rhythm next year and be gone. Come on, y'all. That's 5 though. Maybe 6. I don't know. Tannehill, Sitton, Kilgore, Grant, Albert Wilson, Benson Taylor, with Hayes. I mean, that's 7 right there, and I know I can get more. I know I can get more. I know it got to be at least 1 or 2 more on our team. I know it. So, guys, the reality is this, okay? Because I ain't going to kill y'all on this too much longer. I've already been going so long. We would be making a huge mistake as an organization to go into rebuild mode. We could be wasting the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years if we get rid of Tannehill and go in the draft. We can build a solid team and be competitors, not only this year, because this year ain't over, but talking long-term future, we can be contenders next year. If we stay fast, realize that our misfortune is actually a blessing. Our misfortune is a blessing. And all y'all out here who's like, TD, why would we want to re-sign these old players? You ain't got to re-sign them to start. You saw what they did when they were starting. They looked amazing. You cannot tell me Sitton and Kilgore didn't look great. I mean, they were blowing our mind. This is what we've been waiting on. We haven't seen this kind of play in forever. Man, this is what we knew we could be. And they get hurt and it goes downhill, goes to hell, man. And all of a sudden we start doing the pointing game, the blame game. And then we start even going to the point of, see, this is why we shouldn't have hired these old players. Do you know if we didn't hire the old ones and we would have got these young ones, they would have all been players that we don't know what they are. Because trust me, if they young and we know what they are, they weren't available. Teams ain't getting rid of them. They ain't letting them go to free agency. So, and I got to go a little longer because I want to finish painting this picture real quick, guys. So, if we do what I'm saying that we do, restructure all these deals, that means we got almost everybody for at least 2 more years. And here's the beauty of it. This year's draft, we feel whole with some of those starters, right? We're going to automatically be better than we were the year before. That's a fact. We're going to be better. Now, here's where the beautiful part comes from. Not this draft coming up, but the next draft. The next draft is where the real beauty takes place. Because now we're drafting early in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. We're drafting players to back up our previous draft players. Now we're talking about the people who are going to fill in for the people who are going to fill in for your Juwan James in the future. The people who Jesse Davis over there. You see what I'm saying? Who's been playing well, y'all, to be honest with you. Not great, but well. Now we're going in the future, and now it's like, man, we got so many weapons now and bright young players. Our depth is impeccable, and it doesn't do anything but get better. And then after that 2nd year, oh my gosh, Laramie Tunsil's contract comes up, and guess what? Laramie Tunsil has been a very good, solid offensive lineman. Not a Pro Bowler. Now let me tell you why this is great for us. Not a Pro Bowler, and nobody's calling him an elite player. But he is good enough to bring back after when he's in a contract year. He's good enough to say, hey, you know we want to re-sign you, and now you got another deal on your hand. Another deal. And he's going to take it. I've been with Miami. Might as well stay with Miami. It ain't buku money like most players after the first round get after that next contract, because I haven't been a buku money player, but they're respecting me enough to give me some more money because he's holding down his position. But he ain't one of those players where it's like, oh, free agency coming, he about to get that big, massive deal. He gonna get more, he gonna look good, he gonna be happy about it. We winning. You see what I'm saying? We're winning at that point. Now we're bringing in freaking players, first round picks, that's like, yeah, I'm coming to take that right guard spot. Everything else is locked down. And now the right guard gets to move down as a backup. A good one who's been starting for 3 years for us. You see what I mean? Juwan James might keep starting, but you see, now we can put more emphasis in certain positions. Last year, we still, you know, we can go get linebackers this year. They can play good, but, you know, then next year we can be like, last year, you know, we still could have did better at linebacker. Now we can get a first-round linebacker because everything else is solid. And not to mention that third year come, all these contracts in place, all those 2-year players that's expiring. Now we finally back to wide receiver. What do we do? What do we do at wide receiver? Now you can go get impact players in free agency if you need to, or re-sign these guys if they still balling. Or finally, the draft is deep with receivers. You gotta understand the whole landscape. What's coming out of the draft this year? Ain't no good, great quarterbacks coming out. Not in no 22nd pick. And that's where I have us possibly drafted. I don't care if it was pick 17. Ain't nothing great coming. I ain't losing my mind here, y'all. Y'all just looking at the surface. Oh, Tannehill, we need a quarterback. Go get another one. Ain't nothing great coming out. And even if we were drafted first overall, do you realize the chance you are taking? What if that was us that took Baker? And don't sit here, yeah, man, we would be, man, boy, unsubscribe for that crap. You can unsubscribe on that one. And TD love everybody. He want everybody here. But you can unsubscribe on that one. Come on, y'all. I am begging the fan base, please don't do this to us. And y'all like, why are you begging us? It's the front office. Trust me. Greer and Tannenbaum, they're under fire. Do you know Gase ain't even really under fire? And the only way Gase will be under fire is if they fire Gase just to cover themselves to make it seem like they're bringing change. This offseason, they better do it right. They better do it. Darn near close to what I'm talking about right now is exactly what they better do. And I already know some of the Dolphin fans, they need to be fired. I can't believe they re-signed these old people. No, they ain't re-signing them to be the starter, and they possibly could be the starter as long as they playing well. But look for us in the draft to go get first and second round pick at those positions. Kilgore and Sitton. So those guys still might start next year if they do what I'm saying. Or they might not, just depend on what the rookie looking bad. Because y'all fail to realize that too. We can go get a rookie in the first round. He may not even turn out. But at least you got an old, solid, freaking veteran that can still get the job done if they stay healthy. And if they don't, that's why you draft the first round pick. And say the first round pick is still good and he ain't ready, at least you got an elite player to start so that the first round pick ain't got all that pressure and they can at least feel the NFL first. Get some feel. Have some depth on the line. Coming in, running in to spare these guys. Or the new guys starting and these guys are coming in to spare them. Or if they ain't playing well, we still got an old veteran that can come in the fourth quarter and try to hold it down. Less time on them and keep them from having injuries. Please, I'm telling the fan base, please don't do it to us. Don't overreact. Don't screw us up for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'll just keep going. Just don't screw us up for that many years. It's what's been doing it in the past. The front office getting nervous. Oh my gosh, we've been losing. I got to do something. Maybe I need to fire the coach so it'll bring the attention off me, and that's the scapegoat. Nah, the front office, this is all on y'all. Yeah, it's on Adam Gase to get something done for the rest of this season, but it's on you, front office. All these injuries, that's your responsibility. The coach just got to coach through the injuries, but you also got to recognize what they're going through with the injuries. This on the front office. You got all these injuries, personnel is your job. Personnel is your job. So this is on the front office, y'all. We sit there want to point blame about this season so far. Injuries and front office. And I ain't blaming the front office for mid-season, because sometimes you got to go with what you got just in case you got to prepare for the future. That's maybe why they didn't make a splash in trade deadline. But this offseason, y'all got to perform. Y'all got to do y'all job. You got to do your job, man. I'm going to end it right there, y'all. This is TD Fans Talk. I wanted to talk about the future of our franchise, near future and long term. Hopefully this has been insightful. If you disagree, nothing's wrong with that. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me where I'm crazy. Tell me where I'm on point. Just let me know, man. Y'all interact with this one, because this is how I feel, man. Y'all talk to me, all right? This is TD Fans Talk, y'all. I ain't going to kill you too much longer. We are an hour and 19 minutes, man, but it's important. If you care about the team, y'all know this was important, what we just talked about. But I need to hear from y'all. What y'all think? What y'all think? Give me a perspective, because sometimes the way I think comes from y'all. Y'all be in the comment section, I'll be like, man, that makes sense. And it becomes a part of me. It becomes a part of me. Some of it I'll be like, no, you off. You're not looking at the real issue. That's normal, guys. But talk to me, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This TD Fans Talk. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We got to get to 1,800, y'all. I love y'all so much. This TD Fans Talk. Peace, y'all. I am out tomorrow. Last video number 5, all right? Y'all stay tuned to TD Fans Talk. This is Mid-Season Series. I am out. Love you. 58, 59.